Aloha. Namaste. And Tashidile to all of you. Tashidile is in Tibetan language. And konnichiwa as well. I speak several languages. But it's very difficult to speak English in front of English-speaking people. I might make mistake or errors. Please forgive me. My name is Sonam Wangdi Bhutia. I have a temple, Hongwanji, Nepal, in Kathmandu. It was built in 2003. But I'm born in India. I'm not Nepali. I'm an Indian guy. I am an Indian. You may not look like Indian, my face. There is a big reason. That reason is I'm born in Himalaya. Did you hear about Bhutan? Bhutan. And then I was born in Sikkim. There is a map. This is Sikkim, and here is Kathmandu, and this is Bhutan. Yeah, it's written Bhutan. And down there is India, and up is Tibet, and sandwiched inside. Small. We used to have a small country before 40 years before. A small kingdom, Buddhist kingdom. In this Buddhist kingdom, we are very less populated. Shame my face. You won't find much like my face. We are very less population. And we used to have our own king, but very weak kingdom. No power. So it's very easy to take by any countries. Sometimes Bhutan tries to take, sometimes Nepal tries to take, sometimes China tries to take, and sometimes in India. Later on, Indian people are very intelligent. They took politically. They grabbed it politically. So the Sikkim became 22nd state, 22 state of India in 1975. Till then we were Sikkimis. We are Sikkimis. Last king, there's a very interesting thing. Last king, he married with American girl, Hope Cook. Her name is Hope Cook. I think she's still alive in New York. The queen is still alive in New York. And then at that moment there was some revolt. Why king married with American girl, something revolt. And then slowly, it's very easy to, people and king start fighting, and then the Indian government got a chance to take over. And that was the exact time to take over. They took easily. So during king's time, we were Buddhist country. There was a rules. A kind of rule is, in any of the house, if son is born, the elder son should do the works of house. The second son must go to monastery and should become monk. Unfortunately, or say fortunately, I don't know, I was second son of my family. Yeah, luckily or unluckily, I don't know. I became a second son, and then I was taken to the monastery at the age of 3 years. Yeah, in Tibetan Buddhism, you can take any time Tokudo. Tokudo is no problem. You don't need anything. Just you go and become monk. But after becoming monk, it's very difficult to live the life. Because we are children, a small child, we like to sleep, we like to play like other children, but these things are not allowed from that day. The children, the very monk, that children should wake up early in the morning at 3 o'clock. The master will wake us up. So like this, I became a monk from child life. My father, each and every family has one monk. And then there was a reason, another reason in Sikkim. When each and every family, one son become monks, the population more decreasing because monks are not allowed to marry. But then in the period of my father, the king allowed them to marry. The monk can marry, get married. Because the population of Sikkim is decreasing. So all the monks should get married and born child. So my father was a monk, a very popular scholar monk in Sikkim. He was very famous in Sikkim. So he was very strict master. He has lots of students, scholars. And then I grew under his guidance. He never sleep. Till 11 o'clock evening, he don't sleep. And he don't allow me to sleep also. He wants me to study. He wants me to, what to say, memorize, yes. Please help me. I remember. To memorize all the prayers from childhood. At the 3, when I was 5, 6 years old, I have lots of prayers inside my mind. Because I was listening since early in the morning, from 3 o'clock. At the daytime, I go to the general material school. I learn English, mathematics, science, history. But then after coming back from school, again I have to learn Buddhism. So the monk life is very difficult in Tibetan Buddhism. It's mostly in Sikkim. We have to study both the education, materialistic and Buddhism. Both the education should go together. So I am the only child in my family who is not allowed to eat meat, and then many things like onion and then garlic. These things hamper in the mantras, in prayers, or say sometime if you eat lots of garlic, you get sleeped. The monk believe, my master, my father believes like that. So I am not allowed to eat such kind of vegetable also. So I grew up like that. I was practicing and practicing. Slowly, I grew up. I became a simple monk, a very simple monk. I do whatever I was told by my masters. I do whatever I was told by my father or mother. I was not allowed to run fast. It's very difficult to follow the precepts in Buddhism. If you walk fast, you will kill some insects. You have to walk carefully, slowly walk carefully. You should not harm others, kind of like that. My lifestyle was like that. So I feel very difficult of my life. Why I was born as a second son. I feel like that, really. I don't want to be a monk. I really wanted to run away from the monk. But my father is very strict. He never smiled me. He was always like showing his angry face. So I was scared. So when sometime I feel like when my father will die, then I will be happy. I feel like that sometime in my child life. I don't have any freedom. I have to always study. Daytime in the school, evening for the Buddhism. When I was like 13, 14 years old, I studied many things about Nagarjuna, many things about Asanga, many things about Vasubandhu. There are lots of scholars, Patrick's, ne? Patrick's, yeah. In India, many saints, many scholars, they came about their history, about their teaching. We have to study in the child life. We don't understand, but still, I can't understand, but still I have to listen. I was not allowed to, I should not dream like this while giving teaching. They will beat us. So it was very difficult life in my childhood. I did my best. I was trying to live monk's life, but slowly I came to know the Buddhism is very important for the life, for the daily life. I was told by my master, I was told by my father that one day you will achieve enlightenment. You will delete your all negative defilements. And I tried to delete all these negative defilements. I did short retreats like 3 months, sometimes 3 months, sitting alone in the room, doing meditation, doing prostration, chanting mantra, everything from 3 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And we are not allowed to sleep like a normal way. We have to sleep like sitting position. It's very difficult life. So I really don't like monk's life that time. I really wanted to live that life. But my father told me you will achieve enlightenment. And I tried to achieve enlightenment. I tried my best. When I was 15, I came to know a little bit there was little taste in my mind about Buddhism. So I thought, I might, because Buddha was a human being like me, a person like me. He achieved enlightenment. Why not me? I thought like that. So I tried my best. Sometimes 6 months, I go to the mountains, hide alone. And my father and some master comes and taught me, you have to think this, you have to do this, you have to chant this mantra, you will get this power and that power. And I do all these things. And at last, I was about to give up. Because nothing is going to happen. When I was in mountain, that time my mind is calm. I see nothing. I don't want anything. Nobody comes and tease me. So there is no angriness. So nothing. I feel like that. When I come down from mountain, when I come to the market, I see many things. Somebody teasing me, and I get angry. Wow, you are still not enlightened. I feel like that. So these things always continues. Is there enlightenment? Is Buddha is lying to me? I feel like that. And at last, my master told me, you should do a very long retreat for 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. I was told by my master. He was a very great master. His name is Chararimbuchi. He passed away 3 years before. He passed away at the age of 106. He never eat meat. He never drinks. So he do always retreat, meditations. So he told me to do that retreat. That is the course. So I said, is that possible? Can I do? And then master told me, you can do it because you have already did 3 months, 6 months. If you have done that one, then you can do it. And I feel like I can do it. After that, I will get enlightenment. Then I will give all the human beings blessing and I will take them to the Pure Land. I feel like that. Because normally in Sikkim, Bhutan, in Nepal, the members trust in monk ministers. They think that minister will take you to the Pure Land. So I feel like that I really have to take them to Pure Land. I should get that power. I should attain that power. So I went to the mountains and nobody is allowed to meet me. Nobody is allowed to talk to me. I was not allowed to meet my family, relatives, nobody. Nobody should see me. And I should not see anybody. That is not good retreat. If I saw somebody else, I have to start from the beginning. That's very difficult. So I myself has to be hidden by myself. I should not see others because I have to start from beginning again. So it was very difficult. And there was a big wall around and I was hidden inside. My master used to come once in the week. He brings every eating for 1 week, vegetables and rice. Every day that one. That's also once in the day, not 2 times, only one time. You should not eat many, teacher says, master said. If you eat many, you won't do meditation, you will sleep. Because you are like enough and you like to sleep and you don't like to do prayer, you don't like to chant mantras, you don't like to prostrate. Prostration is there inside. Prostration, you know prostration? Like an exercise. It's kind of exercise. Just now I think that is exercise actually. That's not going to happen anything, I think. So it was very difficult for me in beginning. In beginning it was very difficult. I like to come out. I like to meet my mom. Because she always care. She always fight with my father. Why you always waking up him at 3 o'clock? Let him sleep. He's child. No, he's a monk. He won't listen. So my mom, I always I wanted to meet her. I wanted to eat something from her hand. That time I was 16 years old when I went to the retreat. So I started doing retreat. I was alone. I cook at 12 o'clock. It's a time to cook myself. And I eat. And at 1 o'clock, I have to go to the meditation again. There are many kinds of meditation in the retreat. Many Buddha's name has to be chanted. Not once, not thrice, not tens. Thousands and 100,000s, 10, 100, hundreds and 100,000s, like many times we have to chant. We have to repeat again and again. If you don't repeat, you won't get power, something like that. So slowly, I get weaker and weaker. I thought I will die in this place. My hair became longer and longer. The time I don't know when I went inside and what time is going on, how many days had been, I don't remember anything. Because teacher, he wouldn't tell me. He just come in a week and he will teach me, this week you have to think this one, you have to meditate this one, you have to do this prayer, you have to chant this mantra. Everything he guides me and then he goes back. And then 1 week after he comes and he take my taste and then I said I did this, I did that, everything. So little by little, I didn't know when I finished 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks course. The day came and master came and tomorrow is your last day. Oh, really? Tomorrow is my last day? I forgot everything. Yeah, it happens. There is no television, no books, nothing. Only Buddha's picture is hanging in front of me, nothing more. So when there is nothing, you will forget your all negative defilements. Your angerness will be lost. Your craziness, your ignorant, everything you will forget. You will feel like you have achieved enlightenment, something like that. So I feel like that. Might be I have achieved the enlightenment. This is not an easy task in Tibetan monk. This task, like in 1,000, 1 person can do it, or 5 person can do it. This task cannot be done. This is very difficult task, because do or die, something like that. You are not allowed to come out, or you have to climb the wall and run away to another country, or go to Bhutan or hide somewhere else. Otherwise, they will catch and bring again, and then you have to start from beginning. That's difficult. So I did my best and I finished. The moment I have experienced many things in Buddhism from my childhood. I have experienced the teachings. I have experienced the mantras. Even I have learned lots of astrology, because astrology is also very important in Tibetan Buddhism. I used to write the newborn child's lifeline. When at the age of this, he will achieve this one. At the age of this, he might get sick. You have to be very careful. At the age of 80, he will pass away, something, it will be written like that. Everything I used to write, but I was confused. Is it true? Is it the Buddha's teaching? Am I doing the right way? And then when I came back from retreat, 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days, when I came back to my place, everybody started like respecting me. They think like I am a bodhisattva. I can take everyone to Pure Land. I can save everybody. But when I came back to my village, my place, I see again the same thing. The meat, the clothes, beautiful ladies everywhere. They are eating, they are doing good, they are playing, they are hanging around. I like to hang. Somewhere comes in my mind. Then I have to control myself. No, you have done the retreat of 3 years. You are not supposed to be thinking like that. So I used to say, sorry, Namamita. I have to sorry to the Buddha. My thinking goes just like this. Why I'm thinking like this? Why I'm thinking? So these are the things like disturbing me. What is Buddhism? What is the actual Buddhism? So I feel like I talk to my father, because father is a very big master. I should tell my secret to him. I could not tell to the normal peoples, because tomorrow they will not believe me. So I asked my father. Nothing is changing in my mind. When I was in mountain, it changed. I was changed, but when I came back, now I'm like normal person. Yeah, I know lots of Buddhism. I know lots of prayer. I know how to send the dead person to the Pure Land. There is a prayer, how to send dead person to the Pure Land. And there is a meditation. There is a concentration, visualization, many things. With the dead body's mind and my mind, we have to connect, and lots of things. Amrita Buddha, we have to bring so many things there, visualization is there. And after sending him to Pure Land, I feel like, did he went really? Did he? I feel like that. I could not tell to everybody. I have to tell them that now your father is gone to Pure Land. And myself is confused. Really? He went to Pure Land? He was a not good person actually. he did nothing in his life. He did only negative actions. I think he might have gone to hell. But that should be kept very secret. And I wanted to know how the dead person goes to heaven or Pure Land. I was researching myself. How? It was not going from my side. How can we go? Because I can't see where it's going. I tried, I did my everything, whatever taught by my master. I visualized, I welcome Amita Buddha in front of that dead body. And I connected my mind and that dead body's mind. And connection goes to the Amita Buddha's mind. And then I throw it to the Amita's chest. And Amita Buddha will take it to the Pure Land. That is my visualization. And after finishing all the visualization, I think like, really he went? I don't think he didn't went maybe. So some confusion was in my mind. So that also the big problem in my Buddhist life, Buddhist as a monk. I don't want it to tell lie. Because I have already promised, when I became monk, I have already promised the monk will never lie. But the monk is lying now. That I only know. Nobody knows. The monk is lying now. Monk is pretending that he don't like anything. He don't have any craziness in his mind. I'm just pretending only. So this is not good for my mind. It is disturbing me. So I thought, no, I am not a perfect monk. I have to do more practice. My practice is not enough. So what I thought is, Sensei, can you say Buddha Gaya? You know Buddha Gaya? What I thought is, there in the Buddha's life, Buddha Shakyamuni's life. You know Buddha Shakyamuni's life? Shakyamuni Buddha, he retreated in the mountains for many years. Many years. And he got nothing. I did same like that. I feel confused. I was like, Buddha is lying, something. I feel like that. And then Buddha, he did lots of retreat in the mountains. After he started eating, he got a porridge, a milk porridge from a girl called Sujata. He had that. There is another interesting story, but I don't want to tell. There is very interesting. And then he started eating. If he doesn't eat, Buddha might die without attaining enlightenment. But he started eating, and then at last he came to this place, Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha. At the back side there is a Bodhi tree. This is the main temple of where Buddha was enlightened. It's in India. It's in Bihar, India. It's in northern part of India. So Buddha came to this place by walking, and then he sat down there, and then he promised, until and unless I achieve enlightenment, I will never stand from this place. The witness is the sky and the earth. He kept witness like that. So he sat in the deep meditation. I don't know what he was meditating that time. Many people tried to disturb him. He has got lots of enemies also, because at that time there was lots of new religion was burning. And then importantly, there was a Hindu religion which is very difficult to follow by that time's people also, because lots of superstitious, casteism, some like lower caste should not hear the Dharma. So that time many disturbance came to Buddha, but Buddha never get disturbed. And at last he was enlightened. Here it is said, okay? And I thought, maybe the Buddha Gaya is the perfect place to attain enlightenment. Buddha Gaya is the perfect place. So I came all the way from that place, Sikkim, to Buddha Gaya. And I started meditating there. But the time of Shakyamuni Buddha's time and my time was different. At that time, there was a jungle, no temple, nothing. My time, when I went there was lots of temple, Japanese temple, Tibetan temple, Cambodian temple, like Sri Lankan temple, Germany's temple, many countries, France temple is also there. Many temples are there. Many people are gathering. Different countries, people are gathering there. So I may not attend enlightenment, I think like that, because more I can see, more people, more beautiful people, more handsome people, more like wearing nice clothes and all. I was disturbed there very much. So there is not possible to attend, but still I try to do meditation from morning to evening, like 7 or 8 o'clock, under the Bodhi tree. But I am not allowed to sit under the Bodhi tree. 15 years before, there was a Vajrasana where Shakyamuni seated. There is a seat. We are allowed to touch that seat. But now it's not allowed. One Japanese monk, a famous monk, he came to Buddha Gaya. His name is Asakara, I think something like that. He came there and he sat there. And everybody got angry. And from that day, nobody is go near that seat. So we can't touch that right now. We have to see from the far away. So I was also meditating there. I did lots of meditation there. I learned many things from many masters in Buddha Gaya. In Tibetan Buddhism, there is 4 sects, 4 schools in Tibetan Buddhism. Gelugpa, Nyingmapa, Sakyapa, and Kagyupa. 4 Tibetan schools, 4 sects. And 4 sects, they have their own leader. And I belong to the Nyingmapa sect. Nyingmapa sect is the oldest Tibetan Buddhism. The first Tibetan Buddhism in Tibet, Nyingmapa is. And the largest Tibetan Buddhism in Tibet. Outside Tibet also, inside Tibet also. Largest Buddhism is Nyingmapa sect. And the Nyingmapa sect has our own leader. And Dalai Lama is the leader of another sect. The 3 sect is not consult. He is only the leader of one sect. He is the leader of Gelugpa sect. Why he is famous? Because he is also a king of Tibet. That's why he is famous. He used to be a king of Tibet, a ruler of Tibet. So that's why he is much famous than other leaders. Other leaders are also famous, but not like him. He is politically famous. He is spiritually famous. He has to handle both the things, political and spiritual. That's why he is very, very famous. So there is 4 sects. In 4 sects, we follow both kind of Vajrayana and Mahayana. Both kind of Buddhism. There are 3 types of Buddhism. Theravada. Theravada sometimes we say Hinayana. Sometimes we say Hinayana. Theravada is called Hinayana. But somewhere, some places you are not allowed to say Hinayana. Better you say Theravada. If you say Hinayana, then they will get angry. But it's not big deal. It's a teaching of Buddha. Whatever and whatsoever. Whether it is Theravada or Mahayana or Vajrayana. It's a Shakyamuni Buddha's teaching. Shakyamuni Buddha has got Lots of teaching, lots of teaching. Not only one book. The Buddha's teaching is like an ocean. You never finish. There are many ways to get aware of yourself, to be aware by yourself. Many ways, 84,000 ways to be aware by oneself. We have to be aware by our own self. That is, there are 84,000 ways. And 84,000 way includes in Namo, the 6 letters. That 6 letters, I will let you know in the last day, not today. If I say today, then it will be more difficult. Slowly, I will bring you till there. What is that 6th letter? We used to chant every day, here come Namo Amita Butsu, Namo Amita Butsu. What is Namo Amita Butsu? Within 4 days, I'll try to clear. I'll make you understand, try my best. If you don't understand, and again you have to listen to other teachers also. So it's Buddha said. What Buddha said? Shakyamuni Buddha said, the teaching what I have achieved is not a religion. My teaching is a teaching for one's mind. All being has a different mind. For different mind, different teaching. So Buddha said, teaching, my teaching, there are 84,000 of teaching is there, but you have to listen according to my prescription. For example, this is not I said, this is Shakyamuni Buddha is saying now. For example, if you are sick, if anything happened to you, where you go? You'll go to hospital, right? You'll go to the doctor and you'll show to the doctor, and doctor will check everything, your body, and prescribe you some medicine. Morning, 1 tablet after food. Daytime, 1 tablet before food. Evening, 1 tablet after food. This is, for example, prescription. And this is for 1 month for you. Take it according to my prescription. Doctor may prescribe like you. And you are in hurry. You are in hurry to recover soon. Morning, doctor told you to take only 2 capsules. But you start taking 4 capsules because I wanted to recover soon. If you do that, that medicine itself will become poison. It is not going to work. This is what Buddha is saying. Take the medicine according to the doctor's prescription. Then you will gain your health slowly, and then you will become healthy, energetic, walking, and then you are strong then again. Shame. Buddhism also shame like that. I tried to take 4 medicine in the morning. I was in hurry, but I was in the danger zone. I was in the very danger place. So this is not that way. Buddhism, you have to listen and listen. Most important is you have to listen to the experienced teachers. They have felt the teaching. They have got the taste of that teaching. They know how to deliver the teaching. A professional cook can cook any food. And the professional cook's food is, whatever he cooks, it is delicious. A professional Buddhist master talks many ways, but still it comes to the mind. It should connect to the mind. It should move inside the mind. And then Buddha's teaching is same like my teaching is for your mind medicine. Buddha's teaching is a medicine for mind. If you listen slowly by slowly, not today, or if you wanted to know everything today, then you will be in the danger. Oh, I understand everything today. Then you are taking 1 month medicine in 1 day. So take it time. Don't hurry. Slowly, 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 slowly you have to feel. First it comes to the mind, in brain, head, and slowly, slowly it will go to and keep working in the, it start working in the mind. The teaching is medicine because it is a medicine for mind. It start working in the mind. Once it start working in the mind, the person will attain what is changing. The person will spontaneously feel what is Namo Amita Butsu. The person, the individual person will feel where is hell, where is Pure Land. And then whatever you have a scaredness in your mind, you are scared of going to hell, you are willing to go to Pure Land, there won't be like you are willing to go to Pure Land. There won't be like, yeah, I'm afraid of going to hell. It's okay if I go to hell also, I don't care. If you will, your mind will be that strong. And then naturally, spontaneously, you will live your life in fullest in the positive way. The way it will be naturally positive. The action will be positive. Whatever you do, it will be something useful for other person. You will never harm willingly. Your action will never harm because the teaching is working inside. The teaching power is there. Buddha's, there is, Shakyamuni Buddha says, teaching power is very important. So you have to listen. By reading book, you might get misunderstood. So whenever I go to give teaching, I never take any books. I don't come with any books here in Hawaii also. This is my first time in Hawaii. Actually, I have to thank Sensei, Kevin Sensei, and then Matsumoto Sensei, giving me chance to making this opportunity to come to Hawaii. Yesterday, when I went to Hawaii, I went around the Hawaii. Wow, it's a Pure Land here. I said, why should we go somewhere else? Here is the Pure Land. Nowhere. It's okay now. Pure Land is here. You enjoy yourself here. Just listen to the Dharma. Don't worry. Don't worry. No worries. You can go to, here is the Pure Land, I said. Who knows after that where we go? But there is very important. So, teaching is most important. So we have to take it seriously, slowly, not very, we should not hurry up. Very slowly, we'll learn day by day, week by week, month by month, and it will touch your mind. And then it will, like your mind will move up. So I'll just take a small break here, and then again continue to the mind. Thank you so much.
Okay, so we have a few minutes for questions.
Questions.
Yep. Anybody, just raise your hand and I'll bring the mic over. Anyone?
I'm sure I'm speaking for everyone here. The talk that you just gave was absolutely thrilling. It was really, really interesting, and we want to thank you so much. And when you mentioned that you came down from your 3 years of meditation, and you you felt that you were the same as the people around you, that your mind was not in that meditative state. And then at some point you decided, in the story, the way that you told the story, you eventually found yourself sometime later in Bodh Gaya. What made you decide to continue on the same? I'm trying to understand what made you decide that you had to keep trying to meditate, and what was the decision? How did that come about?
Okay. Actually, I was very disturbed because in Sikkim, whenever somebody dies, soon they will choose the meditator one. Not those who are studying Buddhism, the monks, those only who study only, they don't have power, they feel like that. The members feel like that. Those who did meditation, retreat and all, teachings together with the teaching and retreat, they believe that this monk can send my father or my relative to Pure Land. So this made me very difficult because I'm lying every day. I have to lie every day. So I really don't want to lie, and then I must continue first I have to know where these persons are going. I should know, is he going or not? I have to make sure. So to make sure, I have to continue my meditation. But still the story is on. Maybe this story ends after 4 days. I will make you clear after 4 days. Because if I tell you just now, it's unbelievable. You can't believe it. You have to go detailedly. If I give you the 1 month meditation just now, then it's over. You will misunderstand it. So this story will continue till 4 or 5 days. I'll keep on saying, and then you will come to know what is Namo Amida Butsu. What is the name Butsu? According to my experience, my Thaiken or Keiken, something like that. So I'll let you know. Thank you, Sensei.
Thank you, Sensei. The 4 schools of Tibetan Buddhism, do they study the entire Dharma, or do one school study this part, one school this part, one school this part?
Yes, we have a level. We cannot go to retreat immediately. You have to pass by level, you have to pass through.
So you're going through the whole Dharma?
Yes. Otherwise, you are not, if you are not perfect in the teaching, you are not allowed to do that 3 years and 3 months because it's dangerous for mind. In Japan, before we give Dharma talk, we used to say one Gosandai. And today, I had a Gosandai. That Gosandai is quite mixed up Gosandai. Sometimes little bit Japanese, sometimes Sanskrit, sometimes Tibetan, everything mixed too. But here is the reason. Shakyamuni Buddha. Did I finish? Okay, thank you. Okay. Shakyamuni Buddha also, whenever he turned the wheel of Dharma, he has a Gosandai. Namo Arya Tampalhai Ketan Lutani Jinke, Tulbum Datami Ke Namtan, Dawa Kinki Dake Chichampar Thamche Keto Dake Chetentos. This is the Shakyamuni Buddha always used to say this one. What it means is, now all the beings, please welcome to my place to listen the Dharma, to clear your doubts in your mind. Everybody has got doubt in your mind. To clear the doubts, come and listen, please. Come, listen. I am going to talk to you in the language of God, in the language of dragon, in the language of demons, in the language of devils, in the language of animals, in the language of insects, in the language of birds. Whosoever attend here, in the language of Japanese, in the language of Chinese, he says this. Each and every beings listen my teaching in your own language. So he started delivering the teaching. Once he started teaching, at the hill of that Gritakuta, all the animals running in the mountains will peacefully sit and keep on listening. The voice itself is peaceful. Shakyamuni voice itself is peaceful. This voice touched their mind, heart. So the birds, those who are singing, stop singing and just listening. And the person, there is many from Sri Lanka, many from Vietnam, many from Thailand, South India, North India. They have their many language. They don't understand each other's language. But whoever and whatsoever, they listen to their own language. They can listen as their own. Japanese can listen the Shakyamuni's teaching in Japanese language. Chinese can listen in Chinese. They don't need the translation. That's Shakyamuni, that's not me. So I have to learn English, I have to learn Japanese, I have to learn Tibetan, I have to learn Hindi, I have to learn Nepali. Anyway, through the blessings of Shakyamuni, through the blessings of Amida Sama, at least whatever needed language I needed, I can speak. Sometimes I don't understand what you are saying. Because in America you speak very fast. So I have to listen carefully. More worse is in London. Wow, they speak very fast. So what you say? They don't understand my mind. They think that I'm British, but I'm not British. They should speak slowly to me, so I can understand. So this is what Shakyamuni's Gosandai before. So I was talking about mind, teaching. Going back to the mind, I said Shakyamuni Buddha's teaching, Buddha himself told us it's a teaching to listen. Not only to listen till it touch your heart, it touch your mind. Once it touch your mind, you will be never scared of anything. Your angerness will be positive angerness. Your angerness will help other people. Because that time angerness is quite different angerness. That time craziness is different craziness. Greediness, 5 poisons can change into 5 medicine. It can be changed. You are not allowed to change. You cannot change. The teaching automatically change it. I am not doing it. This is natural. It will become everything natural. The action, everything will be natural. So, this medicine we have to take according to the Shakyamuni's prescription. Here, today, what I'm going to tell about, I'm going to tell about, there are lots of, I said, science in India many years before. Before common era, in this world, there was a university who nobody thought that university will be built in that period. That university name is Nalanda University. Even there was not in America, not in that. Buddhism is a science. That's why there was a university like 2,000 years before. Nalanda University. Nagarjuna, he studied there. Vasubandhu, he studied there. Asanga, Vasubandhu's elder brother, Asanga also studied there. Many scholars studied there. But later on, it's very near to Buddha Gaya, like 2 hours. If like in America, it's like half an hour way. But there in India, the road is little bit slow. So it will take time. It will take 2 hours. If it is in America or in Japan, it is just half an hour road. So that university was burned later on, because many scholars came from many countries like Jerusalem, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Kazakhstan, Sri Lanka, Tibet, China, everywhere, all the scholars, they came to study there. And once there was lots of it's very, I should not say these things, but it was burned by the enemies, because they saw the future will be the Buddhist world. So they are afraid that their religion will be lost from this world. So they were very worried, and then they burned there is a long story about this, burned, and then the smoke was till 1 month, something like that in the history. So I wanted to talk about here one scholar's name. It's a very important for Jodo Shinshu. Yeah, of course, Vasubandhu is important. Yeah, of course. Do you know Vasubandhu? Nobody knows. Anybody know Nagarjuna? Okay, it's okay. I'll tell you a story then. It's better to tell you a story. Don't go to philosophy. Once, it's a real true story in India. There was a nun called Prasanna in India. And Buddhism was like deleted or say destroyed by Hindus and Muslims. Both of these religions, they attacked Buddhism and almost destroyed. Almost Buddhism was finished in India. At that moment, this is in the history of Buddhism. At that moment, there was a nun called Prasanna. Her name is Prasanna. She thought, in front of me, the Buddhism is now destroying. The Buddhism is missing in this world. Who can protect the Buddhism? I am lady, I am a nun, I can't do anything. I can't spread the Buddhism. And she thought and she thought. At last she thought of sacrificing herself, because nun is not allowed to get married. So she sacrificed herself. She said that if I go to hell also, it doesn't matter now, because the precious teaching like Buddha's teaching is for our life, for our mind, to calm down our mind, to make peace for the mind. There is no superstitious things. In Buddhism, there is 2 things. One thing is the culture of Buddhism. There are many cultures of Buddhism. And there is another is globality, a real teaching for the mind. Shakyamuni Buddha's teaching is the real teaching for the mind. Later on, it became like it's mixed with a culture. So it became a little bit confusion. But it is a teaching for the mind. So Prasanna, let's go to Prasanna. Nobody knows Vasubandhu, so I'm going to tell you a story. That nun, she thought, oh, I must protect the Dharma. And she did sacrifice herself. And she said, I'm going to get married. I will born a son. And she married with a Brahman. Brahman, a very high caste. And within a year, she got a baby child. His name is Asanga. Asanga was burned now. And she was not enough. One boy cannot protect Buddha Dharma. She thought of marrying another again, another caste, many caste child. Then after 2 years, she married with Khachatriya, another caste, second caste in India. And then there she got a baby boy again. His name is Vasubandhu. Again she got married. Yeah, she married with 3 guys and got 3 children. The last child's name is Badai Shin. I don't know, just something, Badiru Singh, yeah, something like that. And then she got 3 child baby. Now she is no more nun. And then she grew up that 3 baby sons and becoming older and older, and then all the child grew up, became big, and then the child asked to their mother, Mother, what is our father's work? We wanted to continue our father's work. When the 3 sons, they said like this, at the moment, Prasanna Sila told them, you are not born for your father's work. You are born to protect and then again spread the Buddha Dharmas, Buddha's teaching in this world. Go and study Buddhism. And then Vasubandhu went to Gandhara. There is another Taksasila University. At that time there is a university, 3 universities. One biggest one is the Nalanda University, Taksasila University. Another name is, I forgot. I forgot the name. Yeah. These are the Buddhist university, not only taught Buddhism. In that university, everything was taught, science, how to make medicines, herbal medicines, everything. How to do the mathematics, everything, the emptiness comes there. And then zero started from there. The zero started from there, from Buddhism actually. That letter. So this started from India. This is Buddhism. So Buddhism has a very deep philosophy. So at that time, Asanga was sent to the mountains to do meditation like me. And he went to do meditation in the mountains. He did retreat and 3 years and 3 months, 3 weeks, he finished. He thought that now I must have achieved enlightened. The next day, after finishing next day, he didn't even see a good dream also. Nothing. No Buddha is coming to him. Nothing is helping him. And he thought, no, it won't be like this. I should give up. And he just gave up. And he came down from the mountains. He's returning back to his place now. He just gave up retreating. On the way, there is very drama. There is a drama now. What sort of drama? He saw on the way the person, an old man with a big iron, is that okay? Iron rod. Rod is okay? That's okay? Iron rod. Holding in his hand and wiping it with the feather. Wiping it with the feather. In the bucket there is water. He wet the feather in the water and wiping it like this. And then Asanga saw this situation. And then he thought, what this old man is doing? And he was thinking, he thought, no, I must ask what this guy is doing. And then he went nearby and asked, what are you going to do with this iron rod? It's big. Why you are wiping this? Oh, you don't know? I have lots of torn clothes. I have to repair, sew, yeah. I have to sew all my clothes. That's why I'm going to make this needle. He's going to make that needle. And then Asanga thought, when it's going to be needle? You will die. Then it won't become needle. And then he thought, oh, it must be something sign for me. Your meditation may not be enough for. Oh, this man, if this iron become needles, why I cannot achieve enlightenment? So he goes back to the mountain again. And he does meditation for 3 years, 3 months again. And after finishing 3 years and 3 months, still, he don't see any dream also. No any signs. Nothing. Shame, like all the minds are shame. And then I thought, now this is the last. No, I must give up. Now I don't want to do. And he went back again home. Again, there is another thing happening on the way. And he saw a big rock, and there is a bucket in the water again, and again one big feather dropping in the bucket and just wiping the rock, old man. And he was just seeing this, what this guy is doing now, today. And he was like sweating, rubbing, slowly he was rubbing. And he can't imagine, yeah? And then he said, he went nearby and asked, what are you going to do with this rock? Oh, this rock is disturbing me. Behind this rock, I have a small house. The sun is not coming in my house. Many years, it's not coming in my house. I should rub this rock and then sun should come directly to my house. Yeah, he was surprised. Can you rub this rock? Yeah, one day I can, maybe. If you can rub this rock and you can finish it, then why cannot I get enlightenment? I have to just do another 3 years. And then he went back again. And then he did again meditation for 3 years. More, like he did and did and did. He did very concentrating. But after 3 years, he did not get any sign from anything. And there was nothing sign, and at last, he gave up now. No, it's not happening. This is going to be nothing. And then he came back. On the way, there is happening again. What is happening is, this time not a rock, this time not an iron. He saw a dog. Asanga saw a dog. The dog with lots of wound below the waist and lots of small, insect? What do you say? Insect? Fleas, yeah, fleas, yes. Fleas smelling very bad. Even you cannot go nearby. Very bad. But still, the dog was barking to Asanga. Wow, 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 wow. Moment. He did that practice, everything, did nothing, but the teaching start working there. Moment, the positive, I said that positive, naturally he is not doing now. The teaching is doing. His mind filled with full of compassion, kindness, pity. It came naturally from him, not from himself, not from him. It was coming, and then he felt to clear the fleas, and he wanted to save the fleas also, and he wanted to save the dog also. Both. And he That is the mind. Compassion mind is very important. Here it says the compassion mind. Once you listen to the teaching, the compassion mind will positively, naturally come out. So we feel that, and then he thought that if I pick with my fingers, that fleas will be killed and it will die. I should not do that. So what should I do? Better. I will take out with my tongues, one by one. I should save the fleas, and also I have to save the dog. Then he could not go, but still, like, that is the mind, root of mind. That is the true mind now. Here comes, it's a true mind. A sincere mind is there. Selfless mind. And then he tried to take out the flea from the dog disappeared. And there was a light, full of light. Asanga, it is said, there was full of light, and he met with Maitreya Bodhisattva. And then he got a teaching. From that day, he got a teaching of Mahayana. Whatever Amida Sutra, Larger Sutra, Smaller Sutra, Compassion Sutra, whatever is it, everything is connected from Shakyamuni to Nagarjuna to Asanga. Then Asanga got this teaching and he realized the true teaching, and he started to give this teaching to all the followers, like we all. That time also shame, like we, having a shame problem of mind, having like the happiness means sometimes there is happiness, sometimes change, every time impermanent is there. Sadness also there is, just now we are sad, but right after we will be happy. There is every time changing. So he started these teachings from that day, but here, the problem is, his brother was studying Theravada. Mahayana teaching is very, very difficult. Inside that, I found Jodo Shinshu is more difficult. If you misunderstand, then you will never come up. You must go to the depth of Jodo Shinshu. If you don't reach the depth, then it is very difficult. If you reach the depth, then there is a diamond. There is a diamond. You won't be afraid of anything. It's like kind of very powerful mind. You will attain a very powerful mind. So it's very difficult, Mahayana is teaching. That's why his brother Basubandhu never believed him. He always used to say bad to Asanga, elder brother. But Asanga has that compassion mind, sincere mind. He never get angry with his brother. No, brother, it's not that. Whatever you are saying is not that. The teaching is so and so. Slowly, he explained him very kindly. And then slowly it went to his mind, Basubandhu's mind. And at last, when he realized the Mahayana teaching is also a Shakyamuni Buddha's teaching. Not other than, it's not coming out from somewhere else. It's also a Shakyamuni Buddha's teaching. It is taught in Gritakuta, in the hills. If you go to India, that hill is there. The Buddha seat is also there. 5,000 followers. It's a very small hill. It is in the Tif hill. 5,000 scholars, followers can sit there. You can see from that hill down Buddha Gaya, everything down there. It's a very peaceful place. So there, Mahayana teaching was taught there in that hill. So it's none other than Shakyamuni's teaching. But it was kept secret for a while because the Mahayana teaching is very difficult, and it's very difficult to understand. It needs a very capable person. So it was kept many years secret, but later on it was like it was spread all over the northern part of India, like China, Japan, Korea, Tibet, and the northern part. Southern part of India, it's a Theravada Buddhism. They are mostly all Theravada Buddhism. They follow in precepts, rules, and then, as I used to do, until I was 28, until when I came, first time I came to in Japan I was 25 years old. When I came to Japan, until that I never drink beer, nothing alcohol, no meat, something like that. But the life of Japan is also very interesting. I will talk to you tomorrow that what kind of Jodo Shinshu teaching and then what kind of lifestyle of Jodo Shinshu. Tomorrow I'll talk that. I'll continue that. Not today. So today only I practiced and practiced and practiced, but I could not find the right path. I could not understand. In my place, whenever people become sick, once I ran away from meditation also, from Buddha Gaya. I ran away and then I became a principal of high school in a very young age because I was very talented, and then I was accepted as a principal. I became a high school principal. But although that school was Buddhist school, both the education was taught in that school, general and Buddhism. And I became the youngest principal in that. All the teachers are older than me. When I was principal, I was like 22 years old. I became principal. So I just ran away and I wanted to live my life alone. I don't want to go that life. Because if I stay in my house, from morning or midnight, the people come and sensei come and then, please, my mother did, or somebody is more seriously ill. Please come and cure it. And these things, at the midnight, I have to go and do prayer, and then he's about to die, I have to do many things, and then whether he or she will die or cure, I don't know. I myself cannot believe. I'm afraid of that. That's why I want to run away. The sick person is serious now, about to die, asking me to cure it. And then whatever my master taught me, I used to do mantra and everything. Om Namo Bhagavate Paramitarjana Subhini Chittati Jarajata Arati Samyak Sambuddhaya Tadyadam Punnai Mahapunaya Paramita Punya Paramita Punijana Sambarabhachiti Om Savasangaro. Something like this I have to do. And then I am worried, I have to come back. If right after I come back, if he die, then what will happen? I am lying. So these things are disturbing. This is not Buddhism. Because I have general education, I am learning Buddhism, so I am confused about Buddhism, very much confused. So I became a principal. When I was in principal also in that area, people came to know I have done this and that, and then retreat and 3 years, 3 months. And principal has to go again in the village, remote place, everywhere. I have to, when people die, I have to go and do prayer, something like that. There also they are disturbing. I am not allowed to live my freedom life. So I thought of doing meditation again. I left that school. After that, I met Mukaiba Sensei. That is tomorrow's topic, not today's topic. Tomorrow I'll talk. So, Buddhism, my life, I have spent my 43 years of life in Buddhism. I have done lots of experience, lots of practical, and then I have felt what is Buddhism. I know where is hell. I know where is Pure Land. I don't care. I care that I will talk till 4 days. And then you will also come to know, yeah, that is one. That is the place. You will realize by yourself. But don't realize it within 4 days. Again, you have to listen. Within 4 days, if you realize, then you are finished again. You will go to hell again. It should make sure. So you have to be aware. Buddhism is to be aware. Be aware of hell. Be aware of Pure Land. Be aware of yourself. Nothing more than this. So listen to the teaching. Be mindfulness. Be strong. Be powerful. Don't be scared in life. Live your life with strong mind, powerful mind. Do your work, what you want to do. But don't do it negatively. Do not harm or do not hurt anybody. So your action should not hurt anybody. But once the teaching start working in the mind, the action automatically become positive. So this is what Shakyamuni Buddha taught us. So I feel like that. So let's see. We'll talk tomorrow. Tomorrow's topic is I'm encountering Jodo Shinshu tomorrow. Whether Jodo Shinshu is also true or not, let's see. Till 4 or 5 days. Hope you will be enough I think your mind will be enough when you listen. That's very important part of Jodo Shinshu. Jodo Shinshu. Why Jodo Shinshu means Shinran Shonin? He's kind of a person. He did lots of meditation. He did a retreat. He practiced. He tried to find the truth. So he realized what is the truth is. He realized where he did realize. That is also important. Why he always say Namo Amida Butsu, this 6th letter. That is most important. That is very important. What is left inside this 6th letter? How powerful this letter is? Why this name is chanted again and again? Why it comes spontaneously from the mouth? These are the very important thing in Jodo Shinshu. And it's difficult here. And this is difficult. Everybody comes and say Namanda. There is no taste in the Nama Amida. And confusion mind. So this, if you feel it, then you are okay. This feeling, you have to listen to the teaching slowly, not today, after 3 days. Don't come tomorrow. But you have to come tomorrow also. Because tomorrow important day. Day after important day. I'm giving you some meditation here. Little, not all meditation. I will take it back because there are many members waiting. He will bring back some meditation. So I'll give you some meditation. So keep it. And then take some meditation from Irik Matsumoto Sensei, Kevin Sensei, and Ogui Sensei also. And then Umezu Sensei has got some meditations. So for today, I'll stop here. And my talk will continue to tomorrow also. There is tomorrow another drama. Still drama goes on till 1 year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sensei. We do have a few minutes for any questions, if you'd like to ask Sensei about his life as a Tibetan monk.
Well, thank you for talking. So you mentioned that you had a very intense education when you were young and that you were a principal. has that kind of shaped the way you look at how you would like to see young monks taught Buddhism? Is there a way that you think it should be done, or that you would like to see it done, that differs from the experience that you had?
I feel that maybe I am the only one feeling like that. There are many monks, I don't know, they are pretending or they might be attending, but I never attend anything. I try my best. I did very hard retreat and meditations and all, everything I gave everything, but I can't achieve such like spiritual power from that retreat or anything else. But maybe other Buddhist scholars might be attending. I cannot go inside their mind. I cannot go and see their power, whether they have got power or not. Sometimes, it's confusing. Sometimes in Nepal, there are lots of like magicians and powerful pandits. They said, from his mantra, they can kill without harming, they can kill. And I used to say, okay, you kill me. If you can kill without harming, but don't take out the weapons. Just say mantra and just kill me. If you can kill me. I don't mind. I'm not afraid of that mantra. So, I don't know whether sometimes I feel like, really? Does he got that power? Because I could not get that power. I tried my best. I did my best. I know lots of mantra. It cannot be, I cannot forget it still. Just sometimes it comes. And then I laugh. Sometimes I do practical experiment with the insects. Some mantras are there, the wound will be cured. I try with the cows. No, not curing. And then some mantras are like the snakes, moving snakes. It will like just stop if we say that mantra. And when I'm scared of a snake. And then at that moment, no, when I'm scared, no, but that snake is still moving. My mantra is not working. So these are the things I have experienced. So this is what, maybe other monk, they might have. For me, it's not working. So I speak in Nepal also, in India also. I speak to the monks also. It's not working for me. Whether you are lying or whether I am lying. So it's very interesting, I think. But I don't think it will work. I don't think it will. It's better to listen to the teaching. I'm telling to everybody, in Japan also, in Nepal also, in India also, in Tibet, in Bhutan, Sikkim, everywhere, don't depend on the books. The books will misguide you. Books, you go with the books to the professional teachers. There are lots of meaning in one word. Buddhism has lots of meaning. Sometimes misunderstanding meaning is there. And then there is some, in Shakyamuni Buddha's disciple, there was one disciple, he misunderstood the Buddha, he took wrong way. Very wrong way. At last Shakyamuni Buddha, again he recalled him back and then he taught, this is not that I wanted to tell you. So once, twice, thrice again, these are the, then you will come to the real meaning, it comes to the heart. The wrong meaning goes to the brain and start working from brain. The nonsense things, the negative things. So the book together with the books, teacher is important, guidance is very important. So listen to the teachers. Don't listen too much, slowly, 1 hour, that's enough. Then after 2 days, if there is same teacher, after 2 days, go. Every week, I think that's good. I give teaching every week in Nepal. Every Saturday I give teaching. But continue same like this. I said, now continuous is there, next Saturday you have to come. And then they are also, because there are something special, and then I just stop in that moment, and then they come to listen to next stage. Mostly I talk about Jataka. Jataka is also very important, because everything there is a logic. Buddha never told that I can bring your baby alive. He gave logic to that mother. Mother wants to bring her baby alive. But Buddha said, I don't have that power. Okay. If you really want me to bring that baby alive, go and bring a mustard seed where nobody is dead. And that mother went everywhere, and then after, when she came, nobody was there without dead house. So she realized the impermanent. But in that she realized. Buddha gave that logic. If Buddha said directly, she won't understand. Always give logic. Always give logic. You know, there was a guy who killed thousands of people and then put necklace, thumbs necklace. And then he was convinced by Buddha, not by power, by teaching, by the logic teaching. He changed his life and become Buddha's disciple. This is also real story. It's not a story, it's a real in the life of Buddha. So there are lots of life of logic, how to live the life. Lots of logic. No need to believe, blind belief. No superstitious. Every day is good day. Every second is good second if you are positive. There is no bad day. If you go positively, then that work will be done definitely. If your mind is confused, if you go today, somebody said not good day, then you don't like to do that work that day, then that work won't be done. And then that master will be, yeah, he said that, that's why it is not done. So be positive, main thing. You have to be positive, go positive, think positive, do your work energetically, and then you will achieve your goal. That's, I think. Thank you so much.
So we probably have time for one more question. Reverend Manetto.
I understand in Tibetan Buddhism of Vajrayana, they use mantra.
Yeah.
But in Jodo Shinshu, there is no mantra, as you may know. And you gave Gosandai. In Japan, it's Shinran Shonin's words or words from Sutra. Kikyomon is one.
Yeah.
I don't believe, I don't think you're saying that the Gosandai is a
first
mantra.
one is Sangyemon.
Yeah.
Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddha. So, yeah.
And in Tibetan Buddhism, when they say mantra, they include those things as Kikyomon.
Engi. This is what I said is Engi. He Dharma, He Du Prabhava, Hetin Tekin, the 12 Engi, dependent origination. That is, in short, what Shakyamuni Buddha used to say. It's, I don't need to explain here because we have to talk very simple actually to make understand. We should not make Buddhism difficult. So I just keep on speaking simple, at least understand simply. Buddhism is simple, but sometimes we make difficult. So then you don't understand. I understand, but you don't understand. So it becomes like that. That's why I just keep, even in Nepal, I use very simple language. Because everybody should understand. A sutra is very difficult. You won't understand. That's why I'm telling you, don't rely on these books. There are very difficult meanings. You need a master together. Otherwise, you will be misunderstood. So that is important in Buddhism. Buddhism has a very tough meanings inside. Deep meanings. So you won't realize that meaning. That's why it's difficult. What is this? Then you at the middle, then you want to leave. This is not working out. So simple. When we are gathering like this, we have to talk in simple. You have to understand. Your time is very precious. You all might have busy, but still making time to understand something about Buddhism. So I have to be very simple. Thank you.